Hi Year 2, Miss Buckley here, and we thought that this week we would try and switch things up a little bit and have a lesson that was totally dedicated to some spelling and handwriting practice. Both of these skills are equally important, and we know that during Year 2 we need to make sure that we are having a good focus on our handwriting to check it is beautiful and neat. In this lesson, we are going to look at some Year 2 common exception words, and we are going to learn their spelling rule, and then we are going to complete some short activities using that rule. Okay, I would like you to pause the video, and I would like you to say the alphabet. You can do that in any way you want. You could simply read the letters, you could sing the alphabet song, or you could do the alphabet rap if you know it. Pause the video here and say the alphabet for me out loud. You need to check that all of the letters on the screen are there. There might be one missing. Investigate that now for me. Pause the video and say the alphabet. Amazing. We're going to practice some common exception words. Words that are part of the Year 2 common exception rule. And the words that we are going to look at today are old, gold, cold, hold, and told. You might have noticed something about these words. They all contain the word old, and that is the little trick that I use in spelling those words. Old is in all of them. The letter at the beginning changes. Listen to my sentence, including one of our words. I'm going to read it to you now, and it's on the screen so you can read along with me. We are going to get cold if we don't wear coats outside. I've used one of my spellings in a sentence. I am going to say a sentence and I would like you to write it. This is my sentence. I found lots of gold. I found lots of gold. My sentence has 5 words. I found lots of gold. The second word, found, uses the ow, shout it out rule. Listen one more time and then pause the video and write it for me. I found lots of gold. Pause the video and write that sentence for me. I found lots of gold. Hopefully you've written the sentence that's up on the screen now. Remember, it must start with a capital letter. That word found uses the ow, shout it out rule. And gold is one of those words that we were just looking at. It has the word old in it and it has a G at the beginning. Well done, everyone. Okay, read these words with me. Old, gold, cold, hold, told. Good job, everyone. Okay, on Teams there is a worksheet that you can print out if you've got access to a printer. If you've not, please do not worry. What I want you to do is complete this activity on some lined paper. I have given you all of those words that contain that spelling rule, that old spelling rule. And what I want you to do is practice writing them in your neatest ever writing. Now remember, if your letter sits between line 2 and 3, that's where it belongs. If it's an ascender and touches the top red line, please make sure that yours copies mine. And if it's a descender, which I'm going to show you in a second, please make sure that your letter is touching the bottom red line if you are using the worksheet, okay? It's very tricky to do that with a mouse, but I know that you'll be doing it with a pencil and you will do a fabulous job. I want you to write the word as many times as it will fit on those lines. I've provided you with 2 handwriting strips so that you can really have a good go of writing these words out. The more we write them, the more that they'll become stuck in our minds and we'll be able to remember that spelling rule. And again, here are the last 2. They wouldn't fit on the previous page, but there are the last 2. Please remember that the letter T is a teenager. It doesn't touch the top red line. It sits just slightly below it. Now, the other side of the worksheet has some small activities that you can do. There's 3 of them. The first activity is practice. You need to look at the words and say them, either to yourself or out loud. Then you will look at the word, say it, and then write it. And then you will cover and write it, and then check it and write it again. If you've made a mistake, that's okay, because that's exactly how we learn. Okay, that's the first activity that you'll complete. The second activity is a read. So you need to use the words old, cold, gold, hold and told and finish this poem. Now, each line at the end, each space at the end, you need to add one of those words. So this is a story that's never been told, might be the word that you write in here. And you'll probably notice that all of those words rhyme and you're finishing a rhyming poem. Okay, it's okay if you're unsure, but give it your best go. The final activity is a write activity. You need to use each of those words in a sentence. You might want to number them and write your sentence. That might be easy for you to do, okay? So you've got 3 jobs to complete once you have done your handwriting. And the reason we are doing this is to practice our letter formation and make sure it's perfect, and to learn that spelling rule as well. I hope you enjoy this activity, everybody. It's a little bit different, but hopefully it will be a really enjoyable way of practicing your spellings. We cannot wait to see all of your wonderful work come into us. Have a fantastic time.